Olympic medalist, European champion and World Cup star. That's just some of the titles we can call our Irish females these days. Over the coming weeks, we're going to shine a spotlight on the untold stories that took our country's elite to the very top of the world stage.
I'm Kayleigh Trappe and this is talkSPORT Ireland's Maná-splaining.
Joining us today is one of the country's greatest ever fighters. After collecting 7 World Championship medals in kickboxing, Dublin's Shauna Bannon is now turning heads in the UFC and making strides towards the top. I'm actually having heart palpitations here. This woman could kill me.
I won't though.
You won't though. No, you won't. I don't. Well, there's definitely enough space between us here. But I think, we won't get to do it. But I do think I would win at a face-off, and that's about the only thing I might win at. How are you?
Good, great.
You had a wee bit of a spin getting in here today.
I know, yeah. Like the directions are just not the one for me.
We agree on something. I'm so bad. Jack Woolley will tell you I didn't know my left from my right on the show. It's a nightmare. And
yeah,
Dublin,
that would be important.
Oh no, like my partner in the show kept saying other left, other right the whole time. And then when you came in this morning and said you had a bit of a hard time getting here today, I was like, oh, I've met my match.
It's just not the one. And I'm like, when am I going to learn? Like, I'm 31. I'm driving since I'm 18. Like, it's been a long time.
Do you rely on the old Google Maps?
Oh, for everything.
Yeah.
Even if I know where I'm going, I'll still do it just in case there's traffic or something, so I know. Do you know what I mean? But like,
I'm in the exact same boat. It's horrendous.
It actually upsets me because I'm like, I feel like I could be saving so much time.
Yeah.
If I was just more efficient with my directions. Do you know what I mean?
You can't be good at everything, Shauna.
I know, but it's part of like my everyday.
I know.
I need to be better.
But you're fair and fair play to you, because a lot of dubs I know don't actually drive at all. They rely on the I Lewis.
Oh no, I don't even see a Lewis or I wouldn't even know how to time a bus.
Do you not have a leap card?
No.
No,
I'm driving since I'm 18.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah, so like it's just.
And what do you drive?
It's a SAP.
Oh, lovely. That's a real mom car.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I love that.
The big boot.
Yeah, you take it. My father would love that. He's a big Volkswagen man.
Yeah, no, to be fair, it has done me well, but like I'm definitely due a new car, so I think I need to go shopping.
Yeah, treat yourself.
I just don't know what to be looking for. Like, I'm like, oh, that's gorgeous, but then it's like, is the inside of it good? I don't know.
Would you not have been tempted? I know, I remember seeing the viral video of your bonus.
Yeah.
Would you not have been like, new car?
I haven't got the money yet.
Oh, Jesus.
Still haven't been paid. The bonus takes longer than your purse. It's like 30 to 60 days. But no, I do think I will. I need a new car. Like that one's.
Have you plans for it? Like, what was that moment like?
Oh,
or even for the viewers at home, you can explain what actually happened.
Do you know, it just makes you so much more financially secure because the job that I'm in, it's like you don't know when you're going to fight again. Like the time, like what was the gap between that fight? Maybe like 7 months or something, but before that was a year.
Yeah.
But I had an injury and stuff as well. So like if I don't fight, I don't get paid.
That's insane.
So like the job.
Yeah, so the time between, it doesn't matter. You're putting in all the work, but you're not getting, say, an hourly rate or the minimum wage type thing at all.
Exactly,
it's just it depends on the fight itself.
On the fight, you get paid for that, and that's that. Do you know
and then
I mean?
how does the bonus come into it then? Is that so you're paid generally, and then if you for some reason or another you'll get a bonus? Is it?
So there's like fight of the night and performance of the night.
Okay.
So that was what I won, the performance of the night.
And did you have a feeling at the time you're like, yeah, I got this in the bag, or were you not?
I don't know, because like I was obviously watching the card after, and there was still like a good few moments on the card, but like everyone was like, you saved that card, it was and all. I'm like, take
it. So Irish of you, I can't take the compliment.
I'm like, oh my God. But no, I was over the moon, like really and truly. Like it's just like, it's like, it just puts me in a secure place.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And the clip, I think I remember seeing it went viral of you and your family around a laptop, was it?
Yeah, we were all so when you finish fighting, you leave the stadium straight away.
Oh,
so you go
out the gap.
Yeah, so
right.
All my friends left the stadium. We came back and we went to an Italian restaurant, and we went to that restaurant after my debut, and I had lost. So it was like a completely different experience this time because I won, and then I got a 50 grand bonus. So I was like, yeah, it was unreal. We were sitting, so there's like a post-fight press conference, and your man comes on and he's like, says who the performance of the nights are. But like, you just said it real casually. It was like, yeah, Shauna, blah, 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 performance of the night. And then went on, and I was like, did he just say I won that? I was like, that was me.
You're like, I'm set up now. I can do. I'm retiring.
Yeah, I was sobbing. I was like, what the like?
And you're
like, come here, 50 grand. Like you get taxed and you have to pay percentage,
of course,
whatever. Like, but it's still really good.
It probably keeps you going in one way or another. Because like, has there ever been a time in your career where you were like, I have so much passion for this job, but financially, like you said, especially when it was amateur, like I don't have the time to work another job and everything like that as well.
Yeah, 100%. I have this me videographer, Neil. So he's been like following me the past like 3-4 years. So he has content of me like since then. And I had signed with Invicta, but because they were like an all-female show, they weren't on regular, like maybe 3 times a year. 2 times, and you weren't guaranteed to be on every card because the roster was so big and they had to get through it. So like I wasn't fighting and the pay was low and I was broke. Like basically I was like literally broke, like, and I wasn't getting a fight and it was just so frustrating. And he has a recording of me and I'm like, I am crying and I'm like, I'm so frustrated. Like it's like, do I go get a part-time job, but then I'm not giving it my all to training, and then it's like I'm a mom as well.
I was going to say, like, yeah, because now you've got an extra responsibility there as well, and you're probably just like, all I want is to do this, but there's just no opportunities coming up. Or it's so is that anything to do with like female sports, or why is there not as many?
Like there is opportunities for female. I'm not going to say that there's not.
Yeah,
because sometimes it's actually quite the opposite, because it's like because there's more opportunity, but then also because there's less, sometimes there's less opportunity and less pay, and so there's like pros and cons. But I think it's getting better. It's definitely getting better in the past few years. But yeah, it's tough because you need that opportunity. Do you know what I mean? And that day that I was having, like, he only sent me over a clip because he's putting forward a proposal to a couple of people to see if we can get funding for a documentary.
Oh, lovely.
And he sent me over like a minute clip 2 days ago, and it's like me crying on the canal, and then 2 days later I send him a voice note and I'm like, I'm after getting signed to the UFC.
It's mad.
Like it happened in 2.
Stop.
Yeah. So I was like, literally, I was training with my striking coach Kayleigh in town, and we were at the canal and he was recording me after, and I'm like sobbing because I'm like, what do I do? Do I go back working? Then I won't see Jace as much. I won't be able to put as much into training. Like I was so stressed out, but like I needed more money because I was really struggling like to pay me bills and everything. And then 2 days later, like I send him a voice note. I'm like, guess what? I got signed to the UFC. And it was just like, he was like, what the hell? Like in the space of 2 days, I'm like depressed, bawling, and then I like have the opportunity to change my life.
I knew that was back in 2023, 2022.
Yeah.
And I knew, because you had a hunch that it was going to happen. I remember hearing even the year before that.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, I hate the word because it's pure cringe, but like manifestation, where you're like, this is going to happen, and then nearly when you were at rock bottom, it just that's when it happened. Do you feel like that was like meant to be?
100%. Like I was doing kickboxing for years, and then I switched to taekwondo for a period of time, and then I just didn't like taekwondo. Kickboxing, there was no money in it. I loved it, but there was no money in it. And then when I switched to MMA, I wasn't actually even going to do MMA. I was like, I'm just going to go do the jiu-jitsu, bit of grappling, and just like maybe like I'll just relax for a few years or whatever. I done one jiu-jitsu class, ended up in an MMA class, and I was like, I want to be in the UFC.
That was it.
And I was like, from there, it was like, and my coach said, can I have a fight? Can I do this? Like, do you know what I mean? It was just go from there. And then like obviously in the middle of it all, I was pregnant. So like that was unexpected. And I thought that was my career over. But like little did I know, like my career wouldn't be what it is today without Jace. Like it's so much more special that I have him on this journey with me. Do you know what I mean? Like after a hard day training, I get to go home to him and he's like making me laugh, saying his silly jokes or whatever. And when I win, it's us as a team.
Yeah,
you know
and
I mean?
I'd even say like the low days as well. It's like a motivation to get back up and keep going because you have someone at home who's probably fully supporting you. I'm sure I saw like little clips of you coming home and the big hugs. I was like, you can't beat that. Like I only have nieces and nephews at the minute, but like talk about motivation.
Your video.
Kids just kill. How old is he now?
He's 4.
He's 4.
Yeah.
So he's probably past the devilment stage, or maybe he hasn't
even
hit it
he's
yet.
in the depths of it.
Does he take after his mommy?
Oh, he goes on like a 13-year-old teenager. I'm like, what is happening?
And you're probably like, oh God, I can't do anything about this.
Literally, he's a powerful personality.
Yeah. What's he like as a wee fella? Is he wee rascal?
Hyper mad. Like he's a real boy. Do you know what I mean? But he's so loving as well. Like he's a real loving kid. But he's definitely wild.
Will he take after his mommy?
I think so. He's doing kickboxing at the moment.
Is he?
Yeah.
You don't hang about.
No. Well, do you know what? Like he's been in the kickboxing gym since he was a baby because it's my dad's gym.
Yes.
So then my dad was like, I tried him last year, but he was too young. The concentration probably still isn't there, but he's better. Yeah. So he's been doing it since like January. And he's loving it.
Really?
Like he was in the St. Patrick's Day parade and all with them. So
we marching along, or was we float?
Oh, he was so cute. Like,
was it like a lurry or was it like
walking
walking along?
Walking, but then you'd stop and then like do a demonstration and then walk and do it. Yeah,
my heart.
He just kept going like no one was getting a shot in the pad. He was like, no, me.
Love that. He's like, I want to be the centre for. I remember I did this St. Patrick's Day float for line dancing once upon a time. Now, when I say line dancing, that's a loose term for it. I was useless, but I kept just falling all over the place on it. Like I literally was just like, it couldn't stay still because we were on this float thing. So at least you got to walk as well.
Yeah.
You mentioned there your dad. So that's kind of where it all began, is it? Shauna, tell me about the early years and everything and how it all started off for you.
Yeah, so Tallaght Martial Arts was founded the year I was born. So my dad always done martial arts for years, but he opened the gym the year I was born, and then I was basically in it from then. Like even before I done the classes, I think I started doing the classes at 3, and then
3.
Yeah,
I couldn't even walk at 3. You're really showing me up now, Shauna.
Oh, but like when I say I was there, I was a messer.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't take it serious until I was probably about 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went to the classes, I travelled, I competed, and it was like I'd win, but like I wasn't taking it serious. I suppose I was a kid as well. Do you know what I mean? I was just showing up or whatever. But then I remember at like 11 or 12, I started like taking it really serious, and it was like I had lost. I think I was 11. Yeah, I was 11, and I lost in the semi-final of the world, and I remember it really had an effect on me, and that was when I was like, right now I need to up my training, I need to up everything. Because before that, like my dad will tell you, like he used to suspend me and everything. Yeah, be suspended.
Your own dad.
Yeah.
Fair, you know what, fair play to him. He didn't have any preferential treatment.
No.
What'd you do?
I used to be just like causing murder in the class for no reason. I was a little brat.
Is there any rules? I know I'd be always talking to Jack about taekwondo, like certain rules that are so easy to break. Like he would say, like, I don't know if one of the rules in taekwondo is you can't hit them in the face.
And I got disqualified.
Yeah, but it's also changing to make it even worse now, he was telling me, and I was just like, how do you train? So like, say for example, like you were doing kickboxing and then all of a sudden you do taekwondo and you have to like develop the rules and follow procedure.
It was very hard, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's why I wasn't enjoying it, because I had done kickboxing for so many years, so I was punching people in the face. I remember my first tournament in taekwondo, I like punched someone straight in the face and like everyone was horrified. They were like, oh my god, she punched them in the face. And I was like, oh,
I'm not here to mess
like,
about. I know.
Like it's like you can kick them in the head full force. Like Jack made my tooth come through my lip.
Oh, Jack.
Like I was able to spit water through. There was a hole in my lip, and I'm like, you can boot them in the face full force, but you're not allowed to punch. I was like,
it's so many. And what's the situation with like the magnets?
Oh, so there's magnets on the feet pad, and the body sensors on the helmet. So like, let's say if you have a magnet here and it hits here, but there's no magnet there, it doesn't score.
No way.
I think that like you can pull a card to say like an appeal it. And if like you proper hit them in the head, you'll get it, but the body ones you won't. So
it's almost like a target thing. You have to hit it. Okay.
Yeah.
And
which
I heard
didn't suit me.
Not at all.
Because I was very psychic-y, and they like so hitting with the heel of your foot, so you only had one magnet there. Whereas here you have a few magnets like the front of your foot. Yeah. So like I was mainly psychic, so the front of the foot would be better.
I get you. I heard you mention as well before your height would have gone against you in taekwondo, was it?
I was quite short for it, like.
Yeah.
Whereas in MMA I'm tall. Now, to be fair, in taekwondo I fought between 53 and 57. So for the 57 I was short. But like 57 kilos, like they were just like
it's tiny, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I like a little midget.
Yeah. God almighty. It probably plays to your advantage in some ways and then not in other ways, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I think in taekwondo it's all about being tall and skinny.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
did you go across all sports? Did you go with weight divisions? Have you done them all, or
in MMA? Yeah, because when I was an amateur, I really struggled to get fights. Like it was so hard to get matched. So I think in amateur, I fought 57, 59, 60, 61, 63, 66 even at one stage just to get a fight. So I fought a few different weights at amateur just so I could
experience.
Be active. Yeah.
And now with pro, what way does it work that now?
So that's 52.6. That's the division.
Genie macaroni.
I know, yeah. It's starvation mode.
Is it just
I
so
don't walk around at that
How
weight.
do
It's
you
like
do
when I'm
it?
in camp, I'll cut down and then I'll do a little bit of a workout at the end. But it's a process, and it's for like my height and everything. That is the weight that I should be.
Like, I haven't had breakfast this morning, Shauna, and I feel like I'm saying quadruple here. Have you? Talk me through cutting or making weight.
So like, I definitely have found the knack to how I make the weight. But then always things pop up, like hormones, like periods. Like, it's just, I have a coil so I don't get a period. But my last camp I was bleeding loads and I was like, what is going on? So I had to get like a couple of different tests done, and I wasn't having enough fats. Like, so like avocados, nut butters, you know, like your good fats. Yeah. So I increased that, and then the weight started falling off. It's so, like, you learn something every camp.
And how long would you be doing this for? Like, what period of time?
I do it, like, ideally, I had loads of notice on my last fight. I think I found it like 17 weeks before.
Okay.
So you wouldn't, like, I had like the notice to go, because like making the weight, I probably could do it on 6 or 7 weeks, but it would be intense on the body.
Yeah,
so
slow and steady type
like,
thing.
Yeah. I prefer to have like a good chunk of time so I can gradually do it. So it's not, because I know I've definitely, like, in my younger years, damaged myself. Couldn't wait. I didn't have a period for like, it was just after, like, during the taekwondo stage. I didn't have a period for like 2 years.
Serious?
Yeah, like it was bad.
And your head's probably so much in the game that you're like, oh, happy day. Like, you're, as a young like person, you're probably like, oh, that's fine. I need to get the weight. I don't care about what it's doing to me.
But like, looking back now, I'm like, that was so bad.
Really?
So bad. Yeah, like, I just done things wrong. Like, I remember I was in Korea for the Taekwondo Worlds, and I just didn't drink water for like 3 or 4 days. Like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I know.
But there was no guidance.
Yeah.
Whereas now I have my nutritionist, John Connors, and he's brilliant. Like, he knows it inside out. He's a doctor, like, in this. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
so
okay.
he knows it inside out, back to front, and like, I just listen to him and it works every time.
Whatever he says is gospel.
You know? Yeah.
I got on to Jack last night talking about cutting weight. He told me a story. Am I wrong?
I know what you're gonna say, because there's been so many.
All I'll say is I voiced it to him last night, Sean, and I said I'm entering Shauna tomorrow, and literally the first thing he goes is ho, ho, ho. And then I was off, and he was telling me about, is it Moldova?
Yeah, bro.
Take the floor, Shauna. Take the floor.
So me and Jack had a bit of way to go, and the hotel we were staying in had no sauna. So we were like in the middle of Moldova, like Moldova's a mad place. Like, not okay.
Never been.
Yeah.
Madder than Tallaght?
Oh God, by 10. Like, don't walk around on your own in Moldova. We were in like the arsehole of nowhere. Like, this place, it was just, anyway, we Googled sauna near us, as you do. Like,
couldn't
whatever.
wait.
And it was like, I remember it was a bit of a walk, and we couldn't get a taxi. For some reason, there was no Ubers or taxi, because it was like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we walked, bearing in mind we're like dying because we're cutting weight and we're starving and we're dehydrated already. So we're cutting the weight. We walked to this place and we get there and it's a bit dodgy looking. And I was like, where are you going? And he was like, no, you. So I was like, right, Mum, we'll just go together. And I knocked on the door, and like these big, huge men are standing there, and I'm like, hey, we're just here for the sauna. And they were like speaking back to us in Moldovan, and we were like, I don't know what you're saying. So we were trying to get up on Google Translate and stuff. And they were like, still speaking to us in a different language, and we're like, yeah, no, like, we want to go, like, we need, like, we're desperate, we need to sweat here. So I'm like, right, okay. So they were like up the stairs, and we walked up the stairs, and it was just like a load of naked women, like this.
I actually.
And I'm like, where are we? We're gonna actually get taken and wanted for trafficking. I was like, what is happening right now? What is happening? I was like, Jack, and we were still looking, like we froze, and we were just staring for a few seconds. I'm like, what are we supposed to do here? I'm like, okay, I think we need to leave. So we get outside, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I think we might need to run now. I was like, what's happening? What's happening? It was.
I'm sweating listening to this. I'd say these were happy days. You needed to sweat. I'd say
we were allowed more after that. Made way. It was actually a bit scary, like, because they were and not a word of English, and this was going back and forth at like the little reception area for about 15 minutes, and then they eventually, like, we were like, yeah, like, they could tell by our expressions, we were like, yeah, that's what we're here for, but it wasn't what we were there for. It was just a miscommunication. Yeah,
that story is nuts.
think we had to go home then and like make a sauna. Like we were like steaming the room.
Yeah, because I've seen even I've seen videos of you trying to make weight and you're in like a bath and you're putting blankets around you and stuff like that. Is that
blanket? Yeah.
Yeah. And would that be just before our weigh in? Is it
literally the morning of? So like I'm like taking any like excess water out of my body, and then I replenish it. Like the UFC have like drink number 1, drink number 2, and they've like electrolytes, dextrose, all different like stuff in it.
Yeah, what's like the process? So say you make weight, what's the process after then? Are you just like, give me all the food, peanut butter, or you maybe can't even do that?
No, so you kind of like, you have to, obviously you've been like on the week of a fight, you cut carbs completely for like 4 days. So yeah, your belly isn't, you can't just eat whatever. So you have to drink the 3 drinks, but there's like a process. The first one you drink, but you have to sip it, like you can't neck it, and it's so hard because you're so thirsty. You're like, I just want to neck this, but they're like, sip it, like, and they're walking around, the UFC PI people, they're walking around, they're like, slow down. You're like, okay, sorry.
It just
like, can we go to my room and I'll just neck
it? Just let me have it all. Like they won't even let you. You regulate like, everything. Yeah. It reminds me of when you have a Chinese after a night out and your mouth's just pure salty and you just need water. Now I'm sure it's not at all similar to that, but I'm trying to relate.
Well, I don't cut a lot of water. I like the most I've had to do was 3. That was like a few years ago, and I try and keep it to a 2 kilo window. Yeah. And because I do saunas a lot, the sweat kind of comes off me fast. So I actually, like even my last one, like I done it all the morning of, and then I just like, I got out of the bath, had a shower, dried my hair, went straight down, weighed in, and I was able to drink. So I wasn't dehydrated for a long time. So it's actually like, I feel like every camp I'm learning and I'm getting better and I'm doing it more safer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And as you're probably getting a wee bit older too, you're like, I know now what I'm not going to take the mick anymore. I'm going to,
because I don't want to damage my body. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to have more kids. I've only 1 ovary and 1 fallopian tube as it is.
What?
So like,
serious?
Yeah.
And that was before you had Jesus?
Yes.
Oh, that's a lovely story to know that it can happen for anybody in that situation as well.
Like, they told me when I was 12 and I got my first period.
Oh my goodness.
My stomach like grew, like, and I was like probably 45 kilos at the time. My stomach, like overnight, I looked 8 months pregnant, and I was like, what's going on? So I got rushed into hospital, and they were like, you've a dermoid cyst. So it's like teeth, hair, bones. Basically, my mom was supposed to have a twin, and all the follicles and parts was in my body. And when I hit puberty and got my first period, the thing grew.
It's just
a cyst of it, and it was stuck to my ovary and fallopian tube, so they had to like remove it. Get it out without damaging it, so they had to take it out.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I've never heard that before. I'd say that was like scary. Yeah. I'd say it was a scary period of time. Yeah. Or maybe like you're too young to know. Maybe.
Well, no, like I was very aware of it, but like it was still like it all happened so fast. Like it literally grew, and then I think like 2 days later I was in having surgery. Do you know what I mean? So it was very fast. It was like an emergency thing. But yeah, it was strange. I just remember not being able to go to the Worlds in kickboxing that year, and I was fuming. I was like,
serious, you missed out.
Yeah.
And then with Jace as well, like how was that as far as your, like, I suppose with the one maybe downside of sport with women in sport is that if they ever do decide to have a family, sometimes it's like, oh well, I have to retire now or whatever. Was that ever an option for you, or were you like, no, I'm gonna have Jace and I'm gonna get straight back in, or what were you thinking?
Yeah, like, well, in my mind I thought my career was over, because I was like, how am I supposed to be at, like, I know what you need to give to be at the highest level, and I didn't want to do it to not be at the highest level. I wasn't just doing it for the crack. So I was like, how am I supposed to rear a child and do that? But I remember when I was pregnant, my mum said to me, Shauna, I will help you with this. Like, and she stuck to her word. She's been there every day since. So,
yeah, you seem like you're a real family oriented person.
Yeah. I'm like so grateful for my mum. Like, every night she comes over to my house, I put Jace to bed and I go train in the evening. And she minds him for me. Yeah. Like, and then in the morning he's in crash. So my morning session gets done when he's in crash, in the evening when she's there every night for me. So
that's incredible.
Like, I wouldn't be able to do it without her. Like, I wouldn't, because I'm not the type, I'm like real picky with who I leave him with as well.
Of course,
I'm like, he's my little baby. So it, like, if she wasn't there, I wouldn't feel comfortable going train and leaving him with like whoever.
Of course not.
Like,
like
some of my friends, like my close friends, would help the odd time as well, but like, it's just, I can rely on my mum, and I know like she'll drop whatever if she knows I have training.
Do you think there'll come a point where he'll come down and train, not with you, but watch you? Maybe he does already, watch you sometimes. What does he think, like this? I'm sure he's so proud of you. Maybe he's too young to know.
It's just normal for him. Like, I don't think he realises what it actually is. Like, when I was leaving for London, he was like, he gave me one of his Lego Electro Marvel toys, and he was like, when you miss me, you can give this a kiss. And And I had it with me for the whole week. I had it with me in the cage and all when I won. But he's a
Little
real loving
tokens.
kid. Yeah. So
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh, that's incredible. When you had Gius, how long did you take after until you got back into things, or did you take a time at all?
No. And I like, it's probably like not ideal. I was back within 2 weeks.
You have to do what suits you though.
Yeah.
Like if you, I'm assuming with sport as well, it clears your head, it gets you going, like it's part of your routine. To not do that just because it's the done thing or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Like I was training up until the day before I gave birth, like kicking and punching a pag.
You were really putting me to shame here. Like I set the early alarm this morning to go for a run. Did I go for that run? No. And here I am talking to you. So just up until
the day before, I have a video of me in my dad's gym kicking a bag. But you need to remember as well, it was during lockdown. There was nothing else to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
yes.
I was in the height of lockdown. I had Jace, so it was like when it was super strict. So yeah, like when I say I went back after 2 weeks, like I obviously eased myself back in. I wasn't back sparring and stuff.
Yeah.
But like lifting weights and yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Like I was supposed to have a fight when Jace was 3 months, but it was cancelled. The show was cancelled because of lockdown.
Yeah.
And then I think I was probably he was 5 months when I had my first fight back.
And how did the fight go?
I won.
Ah, yay.
I was undefeated as a mom up until my UFC debut.
Yes, talk to me about
10-0.
this.
And then that was my 11th one. And I lost that one, unfortunately. But we're back on the win streak now.
Absolutely. And we're the only ways up.
Yeah, the loss, that was like, I took that really hard.
Really?
Yeah, I think like a lot of the, let's say like the Irish media and like there was a lot of new eyes on me that had never seen me fight before, and that was their first time to see me, and there was a huge hype, and it was quite intense, like, do you know what I mean? And I didn't realise until after, because it all happened really fast as well. Like it was within 5 weeks that I got signed and I fought.
Oh,
and
stop. That's quick.
Yeah, like it was really fast. And then there was like contract issues with my previous people that I was with, and they weren't releasing me, so I kind of didn't even know whether I was able to take it or not. And then I signed the contract, and the next day my nose broke, so I wasn't able to spar, and like there was loads of things in the camp. And yeah, I don't think I really fully registered that I was fighting for the UFC.
Yeah, I feel I've heard or I read something that you said your head before it wasn't in it or something like that.
Yeah,
was it?
like it was like I remember standing in the cage, and when Bruce Buffer was calling my name, it was like it was, I wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? Now when he calls my name, I just pace up and down because I'm like, I'm not getting in that trance again. I remember that, and I was like, it took me like ages to get out of it. Then even in the fight, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was just there was a few mistakes made and lessons learned.
I was going to say, there's always a lesson. Like, I know it sounds patronising, but there is always a lesson to be learned in those things, and it's been amazing since then.
Yeah. Like I was 5-0 at the time, and like that all happened. The 5-0 happened in 12 months, so it was very fast.
Yeah,
and then I got signed. Like normally people are fighting 6 or 7 years before they get signed to the UFC. Do you know, so it was very fast. And there was that big hype. And to be honest, I probably wasn't ready if I did win that and they had to took off more. I think the pauses in between, I probably needed it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've matured as a fighter and as a person during that period of time. And like I kind of see it from the outside now, whereas I was kind of in it and it was like,
yeah, you're going along with the times, but you're not. Yeah. It's probably not clicking.
So
is there? Would you have psychologists and people always on your side to talk to in sport? I know you were talking about nutritionists and coaches and things like that. Is there someone nearly in every field that you if you want to chat, you can? Yeah,
I do a session with my sports psychologist every Monday. So Mika, he's based in Vegas. So I do a Zoom call with him, like a video call.
And do you think that helps? Is it like,
oh my God, yeah. Like, yeah, he's amazing.
It's so easy, I think, in sport, talking to a lot of other people to just be like, I'm grand the whole time and not go down that path.
Yeah, like, do you know what? Like, I think people forget, like, for any athlete, they're human beings as well.
Yeah.
So, like, normal life is there. The pressure of being an athlete, the pressure of winning, the pressure of performing, like all of that is there on top of like your everyday stuff as well. And like life is hard in itself, never mind all of that on top. So I think sometimes people forget that, and it's like you have to be nice to yourself, and you have to have the self-care moments, the relaxation, and find the balance, because like I think as when I was younger, I was just go. And like,
Ambitious.
there's only so much you can do with that. You need to have the balance so that when you are going, you can go 100%, because you can't go 100%
Not
all the
at
time.
all.
And maybe when you were younger, I probably could have got away with that. But like, that work has been done as a child. Now it's like I have to be particular in what I do. I have to have my energy. And I'm a mom as well on top of it. So I think that learned, like, from being a mom, I taught a lot. All of that came in as well.
Everything in life is a stage, and you have to kind of go with the times, as well as, like, you've had such a changing career. Do you feel like right now it's hard to probably pinpoint your favorite part, or are you at your happiest now, or have you kind of met your match with MMA? Do you feel like that's it? That's the one?
Yeah, no, like, I love MMA.
Yeah.
And I think it's because there's so many different aspects to it. Like, there's your wrestling, there's your jiu-jitsu, there's your striking, and then there's the linking it all together. And like, there's so much to it. And I think, like, you're never going to stop learning. So every day I go to the gym, I learn something new, which, like, in other sports, I don't think you have that.
How did the knee injury come around?
Oh, it's like a freak accident. Like,
Was it
my
cruciate?
opposite knee is kind of my dodgy one in a sense. Like, it has a few tears in it. But it was the other knee that was fresh, and it just got caught in a weird angle, and then a body on top of it, and I tore my meniscus and it flipped. So they had to just take it all out. They just shaved it all away.
Did you know straight away?
I knew straight away. I was like, that's gone.
In
Like,
training, was
yeah,
it?
like, I couldn't stand on it. Like, when I went to stand up, my leg went from underneath me. I was like, yeah, that's gone. I showed the surgeon the video, and he was like, to be honest, I'm surprised your ACL didn't go there as well.
I was literally going to say
Yeah.
cruciate. No, sanitary
No,
job.
yeah, it was just the
Yeah.
meniscus, yeah.
Oh,
So
and
he-
how
but
long
he
were you
was
out?
It wasn't long. It wasn't
Okay.
long. So he got me in for surgery like pretty much straight away the same week. So that was grand. And then the rehab started. So like, the pain was gone after the surgery because the buckle was gone. So like, they were giving me crutches to walk out, and I was like, I'm actually grand now. I can walk on this now. Like, whatever he removed helped the situation. So they were like, no, use the crutches. And I was like, no, honestly, I'm fine. So I went back, like, I rehabbed it. And I think I was back grappling within like 6 weeks.
Okay.
But not fully, like, just drilling and stuff. It definitely took a while. And then in my last fight, like, after that, I went to Vegas, and they said that it was still 40% weaker than the other leg. So I had to do like a full strength program, and I got retested, and it was back to like, I think there was like 3% in the difference, but they were like, there's always one leg stronger than the other. So it was a longer process of getting it back to normal than I hoped for, probably because I went into camp and I took a fight, and
Fair.
I wasn't focusing on the rehab like as much as I should have been, because I was doing all my other sessions on top of it.
But you're out of the woods now. When was this? This happened
January last year.
Okay. Oh, you're
so
well out of the woods. Yeah.
But it definitely taught me a lot about like my training and how like my training partners and who I'll go with and who I don't. And I just say no to people now. Like, someone that's 120 kilos has no business rolling with me. Like, why do you want to roll with me? Do you
That's
know
me
what
out the door. Yeah, you know what you want. What you're probably at the stage in your career, like, no, I'm taking this and I'm not taking that, or whatever.
Yeah,
else. No,
yeah,
I'm not.
I'm just like, and it's not being rude. It's just
Not
being
at
like,
all.
you know, like, this is my career.
Yeah,
at the end
for
of the
sure.
day. Yeah.
Take me back to your last fight. Was it in March?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so to explain what an arm bar or arm war or arm wrestle is.
I love it. I love it.
Because I was looking at everything and I was like, won by arm bar. What is this?
That sounds fancy.
Yeah, I want to hear all about it.
So basically, what happened, right? I reached for the kick, which you don't do. Don't ever reach for a kick.
Okay, I won't. Yeah, going forward,
Got kicked
Kayleigh
in the
noted.
head, and then she like pushed my head. I was on the canvas, and she came on top with shots. Everyone was like, "Oh, she's knocked out." Like,
So you were dying.
she walloped me in the head, but I wasn't out. It was like I reached, so I was off balance. I fell. She pushed my head, and then she came in with shots. But I regained my guard, so that means that I had my legs wrapped around her belly, and then
As you do.
And then I grabbed the two of her arms. I crawled my legs up her back, like around her shoulders, and I inverted under so that I got an angle on your face.
I can't even do a forward roll.
You'd be able to do all of this. I've seen you on the dance floor.
Oh, don't challenge me to a good time, Shauna. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sorry, were you, it's going to sound weird, but are you consciously thinking of doing all this, or are you just like do the next thing, or is it like leg, arm, blah? Like,
it was autopilot. It
just
was all
go.
just like, this is it. Like, in the changing room, I said to one of my coaches, because just before we walked, my coach was like, do a few guard armbars.
Wow.
Just before we made the walk. And I said to one of my other training partners, Gary, I was like, she's lost by submission by armbar like 3 times. And he was just like, and yeah, so I said that before I walked. Like, my plan was be patient in the first round, get that like steam out of her, and then grapple her in the second round. I planned on putting the grappling on her, not being dropped by a head kick, but look, it is what it is. We still
take what you can get.
Special effects got me 50 grand.
Oh, and your work there is done. That's incredible. Yeah, and then when was it unanimous, or did you know for sure that you had it in the bag?
No, so she tapped.
Okay.
So
did she?
Yeah.
Right.
So like an arm is
I hear you. Sorry, yes.
Extending the arm, so it's like dislocate. Otherwise,
yeah.
So she tapped, and then so I knew I won. But I didn't know that I got the bonus until after in the post-fight press conference.
And in the run-up to that moment, were you still fairly confident in yourself, where you were like, I need to do something big here, or else she has it, or was it a bit of both?
No, I thought I won the first round. I thought like the first round I had it, but 2 of the referees actually gave it to her. One of them gave it to me. So I was actually technically... I don't know what way they scored the second round. They didn't give that because it was finished. But
that probably gives you a nice wee boost, though, being like, right, come on, Shauna, get back, and like, you know, as in...
you don't know in the fight.
Do you not?
No,
okay.
No, you don't know. You don't. It's not open scoring. Like some promotions I fought with is open scoring, so in between the round they tell you. But that one's like, you don't know. Like,
that's
the fans
incredible.
don't know, nobody knows. It's just until the end. But yeah, when she tapped and he pulled her off me, I was like, I went crazy. I was just like, oh my God. But you see, if you jump over the cage, you get a fine. And I nearly jumped over, and they're like,
that's
pushing
the best
me
part.
back. I was like, imagine me 50 grand be taken off.
Oh my goodness, just for your look, all for a good photo, good Instagram.
Yeah, no way. So I was like up on the top, going crazy.
And the rest is history. I'd say even going forward now, from that was only in March, like, you're just probably like, are you raring to go again?
Yeah, no, I was talking to the matchmaker last week, so I'm hoping for like June, July.
Are you? Yeah. And where will that be, or have you any ideas yet?
There's a few different cards on. There's some in Vegas, Abu Dhabi, and so I don't know.
Would you like to take it back to Ireland and fight here?
Yeah, but they said that the Trey Arena is too small.
Serious? What about Tallaght Stadium? I've never been.
And literally, Crow Park is outside.
I was going to say Crow Park probably, might not be the ideal setting. I obviously, like, who am I? As if I know. I love the Gav, but I don't know if you could set it up there. So I suppose, it would be a strange ticket to Ireland, but you have to be, like, practically it might not be doable.
Possibly, I don't think so. They said like they'd lose money having it in the Trey Arena.
Okay.
Unless they put the ticket sales at mad money, and then that's not really.
No, that's
they're
not
expensive as it is. You know what
that's
I mean?
it, exactly.
But yeah, I fought outside before, and it was weird at that Fela festival in Belfast. Do you know that?
No,
one? It's on every summer. But yeah, it
wasn't
weird.
for you.
Just weird.
A weird situation.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, we don't want to. No, we can't have Shauna feeling things are weird.
Keep it in a stadium where there's aircon and like not sun in your eyes and all.
Fair. Fair. I have a little game to play.
Okay.
And it's called. I have a couple of games called Bannon's Bests.
Okay.
I love a good pun. Okay, so and this can be amateur or pro. Okay. Best win.
My last one, definitely.
Oh, okay. Duh. Best knockout.
I'm trying to think.
Cross all.
Probably my MMA debut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's obviously a great one. Best victory night out. And if there's a story to be told here, I'll take it.
Oh, right. So this wasn't my victory, but I was over coaching. This isn't actually good, but I'm going to tell you the story.
Dude,
anyway.
go for it.
Probably the worst. Change it.
This is the ball's in your court here. I'm just a navigator.
So I was over in Abu Dhabi coaching my training partner Sarah, and we went to Yas Island after. So we were having a few drinks, and then we were with these people, and they were like, we're having a party on the yacht. So we were like, lovely. So we were walking to the yacht. And I thought I was walking on the pier, but I missed the pier and walked straight into the ocean. I had my iPhone in my bag. Oh. I had my wallet. I had everything gone. Freezing cold. I'm like, like, because it was deep.
Yeah.
And then I was like, is there like sharks here? Like,
seaweed.
What's going on?
Sharks.
But then I was like, actually, no, I'm getting back in because I want my iPhone. So I jumped back in again. And everyone was like, what is wrong with you? But then that was that. The next day, we were going home the next day, and I landed and I had a text message on my phone being like, "Hi, I was scuba diving and I came across your bank cards and your wallet," and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, what?
Stop the lights.
So he sent me a photo of all my cards and wallet. He was like, "What's your address?" And I'll send them to you. And I was like, "Do you know what?" I said, "My phone's actually in there as well." 2 hours later, "I found your phone." I was like,
Bag of rice job. Put in a bag of rice. Be grand.
he wasn't allowed to send it because they said it could have been a bomb.
No one knew that. That's a high possibility.
No, come here. It was in the ocean.
That is what a small world.
I was like, hardly. Like, I still have that driver's license to this
I was
day.
going to say, did they send the rest of it, just not the phone?
They sent it to me.
Happy days.
I know. What nice people.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. You don't say that enough.
No.
That probably would happen in Ireland if it was in Ireland as well. But
do you think?
maybe, I don't know. They're signed. I left my phone on the Lewis or on the train once and someone tracked me down.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
If it was the Lewis, it wouldn't have happened.
No, probably not. No.
The train is different
Yeah.
people, isn't it?
Red line, green line. I don't even know. I've never been on either. Best, this is a weird one. You might not be able to think of this in the spot. Best Who's Laughing Now story. Have you any of those?
Yeah, but can I really say that?
You don't have to name a name.
Okay, right, fine. So, a few years ago, I was in, I think it was the All Mill. But anyway, someone's birthday, so I was there. And this other MMA athlete who was in Bellator at the time was like there, and he was like, "Oh," I was still amateur at the time. Didn't have Jace, like, it was like a good few years ago. And he was like, "Oh, what's your plans with MMA?" And he was just like, I was like, "Oh, like, I'm going to the UFC." And he like broke his laughing in my face. Who's laughing now?
You hear? Who is laughing at? And I love, he's probably nowhere to be seen.
No, he's retired.
There you go. There you go.
See
That's
you later.
amazing. I love things like that. Obviously, you do it for yourself, but like I love when someone doubts you and you're like, haha.
Yeah, but it always stuck me. I was like,
yeah,
like that laugh as if like hardly like.
Don't take you seriously. Well, look at you now.
Yeah.
Best death row meal or dinner. What would be what's your go-to even after a game or fight even?
I love pizza, but I love steak too. I actually got steak after. I got steak and pizza.
Yeah, you should get steak on pizza.
Yeah, I was like, give it all. I couldn't even eat. I was like, ugh, but I ordered everything on the menu.
I was going to say your eyes, or was it your eyes are bigger than your belly or something? I'd say in those situations.
Like, I want to be able to eat all this, but I can't. But I wanted to taste a little bit, but also I ordered the whole menu.
Yeah, lovely.
Like plates everywhere. I was like,
class. Yeah, love that. And I hear
garlic sauce on the pizza.
Oh yeah. Stinking, but sure it's worth it. I hear you're a woman after my own heart with the chocolate.
Oh my God.
So I'm doing Lent right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I haven't had chocolate in 5 weeks.
Are you okay? No. Well, actually, I didn't have it for 12 weeks, so I don't really feel that bad anymore.
This isn't a competition, Shauna.
Why am I so competitive?
I thought I was doing well. I'm going to have to extend it.
Fair play.
Yeah, look at this patronising tone. Fair play. Fair play.
I was like, oh, that's brilliant. But then I'm like, actually, wait. Hold on a minute.
Because all I've been thinking about is my Easter egg on Sunday. And actually my fella's, a wee girl in his class was away in Dubai and brought me home Dubai chocolate. Have you had it yet?
I had it for the first time because my stopover. So I was in Perth visiting my sister, and the stopover was in Dubai. And I was like looking at it. I was like, this is what everyone's talking about. And your mom was like, it's buy two, get two free. And I was like,
stop.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go. And yeah, right. It's nicer out the fridge.
Okay. Top
so
tip.
I ate one bar, not in the fridge. The green stuff.
The kanafi or whatever. Yeah.
It's you can taste the sugar.
Oh.
Like the texture of the sugar.
Is it bitty?
Grainy. Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
But when you put it in the fridge, it's better. It's kind of like the way Kinder Bueno is better out of the fridge.
Yeah.
But dairy milk's better
No, I'm all in the fridge. All in. Yeah.
No. I have fake teeth, so it's a bit like.
Oh, okay. It's a hazard risk. Yeah, no, fair. No, I get you there. But dip it into the tea and oh my God.
Yeah, no, I like the melted genre of chocolate, but if it's the Kinder Bueno, I prefer that because the inside goes.
Oh, it's class. It's class. Yeah, I've been living for.
Dubai chocolate
it is in the fridge right now, so it's chirping there. Every day. She's sitting there, and anyone who goes near the fridge, I'm like, oh, you can have anything except that little thing in the corner there. Like, do not touch. And I feel like someone's going to take it on me in badness now.
Go crazy.
Yeah, chocolate is my kryptonite. It's my thing. I'd say I've heard that you love it. Yeah, I'm a chocolate over savoury.
So I was actually thinking my last camp, I was in the depths of it, and I was like halfway through, and I was just hungry. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, if I didn't eat as much chocolate, I wouldn't be in this position now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's for being extra out at camp.
Yeah.
And then I have to suffer.
Where is camp? Or is it all over in Ireland? Because I was going to say the American chocolate now wouldn't tempt me at all.
Rotten.
It's just Hershey's.
Wow.
Oh,
That's vile.
For a country that has everything.
Dairy milk is not their dairy milk.
It's not the same. No.
Everything is different. What is it?
I don't know. They're behind
their
us.
meat is disgusting as well.
Yeah. Horrible. No.
All their food is rotten. Every American food. I'm like, try and get a chicken fillet over there that's not
full of, because it's full of loads of stuff. All my uncles are chicken farmers at home, so I'm like, no, I'll go vegetarian when I'm abroad.
In Ireland.
Yeah, I was in Santa Ponsa on a holiday once, and the chicken was sourced from my uncle's farm in Monaghan. Swear to God,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it was class. It's class,
Unreal.
yeah. So we're good for our meats.
Yeah.
Last thing I'm going to play is who'd win in a taekwondo match, yourself or Jack Woolley?
Jack all day. He used to batter me. My poor head.
Don't
if I
give
was
him the
concussed from
credit.
anyone, it's him.
Fair
His
word.
foot in the mush about 10,000 times.
Yeah, he hits hard. I like, even when he was warming up and all beside me, I was like, oh my mother of God. But he says he has the perfect physique for it.
Oh yeah.
So like,
tall and skinny.
Yeah, we can't help it. We'll just never be like that.
No.
Who'd win in a race, yourself or Jace?
Probably Jace.
You'd have to let him win.
Yeah.
You don't seem like the type who'd let him. Yeah, exactly. I know. Who'd win in an eating competition, me or you?
I think me.
What?
Yeah.
And who'd win in an arm wrestle, yourself or producer Luke? And I want an example. Shauna, it has been so much fun. I have a laugh. My stomach is sore from laughing. Thank you so much for coming in. What's next?
Hopefully a fight ASAP.
Yeah, you were saying there's one hopefully coming up in June around then. Yeah, you're raring to go.
I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm fighting in June.
Yeah.
If it's July, then so be it. But yeah, in my head, I'm like, ASAP.
Yeah. Well, so far you've always been able to like manifest these things, or if you say it's happening, it happens. Yeah. You seem like a woman who makes things happen.
Matchmaker now.
Yeah, absolutely. I see it happening. Thank you so much for coming in. It was such a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.